Welcome to the Cholly and the CHAMP show.
We got a few questions in the inbox, man. The show picking up a little popularity, so we had some questions from a few female listeners that we're going to spend today talking about. It's your boy 350. What's up, YC?
What's good, my dude?
What's good? We're going to hit y'all with that. Well, one of the questions was men don't chase anymore. That we treat relationships sort of like a microwave type of thing where we pop it in and we want it fast. Pun intended. Why men don't chase? What's your opinion on that?
I think men do chase. They chase what they feel is worthwhile. They chase a woman they feel is worth time and effort and energy, but who is also showing, who's reciprocating that phone call or that text or that email or whatever form of communication. If you want to get, you got to give. So if he's reaching out to you and then you aren't doing what you need to do to holler back at him and get with him and, showing an equal level of interest, then he gonna stop chasing you.
I think today a lot of women are caught up on the old school romance based on old school romantic movies. The world changed a lot. Most people meeting online, meeting on some type of social scene. For that reason, men pursue women differently. I don't think it has to be putting my coat in over a puddle or or that kind of dumbass shit. I mean, like I heard somebody once say, what's the word? It's dead. What's
Chivalry.
Chivalry is dead. I don't think that's the truth. I think if you have a good man in your life and you're in a bad spot, that if he's a good man and he really cut for you and dig you, he's gonna try to help you out that spot. But I think expecting him to
be the captain save.
Right. I just think that's asking a bit much nowadays. You just don't require that.
Is there a distinction between courting and chasing? Or is that just kind of like two different words for the same thing?
I think courtship has changed. You know what I'm saying? I think courtship now is the chase, so to speak, because you get so much information on people now. I think one of the biggest things that people don't put into consideration is how much you get to know about a person without them having to say a word. You meet a chick.
You're talking about through Facebook,
yeah,
Twitter.
You meet a chick. Y'all probably exchange, phone numbers, but eventually y'all gonna end up talking on Facebook and all that stuff. Or she might have a Twitter and you might follow on Twitter. That stuff right there tells you a lot about what's going on in their life, how they think, how they feel about certain social issues.
Yeah, but that's only if you think they're really putting their real, true feelings out there through these networks.
Well, then that makes her a liar. And so you learned a lot right then.
Some people are just rocking personas. It's not necessarily a reflection of who they are. Some people really are like using these social media outlets as a journal or as a way to document their feelings and their thoughts and whatever the hell.
I definitely feel like most people that put out their thoughts in these social networks, that's their real thoughts at that time. Now, whether it be a thought that they
really believe,
like it's a life staple, who knows? But it's definitely a thought they had.
Yeah, but that's just a moment.
But that's what life is all about, the moments.
Okay, so then what do you do with that information? You've seen somebody's Twitter. You've seen somebody's Facebook. They put out some fucked up status. How does that affect how you go about courting them and pursuing them? Because, answer that question. I got something else I want to follow it up with.
See, I don't think, because if you follow my Facebook or things like that, especially in the past, then you probably think I'm a crazy dude. But most people do feel like I'm a crazy dude, even after getting to know me. And they be like, "You're not what I expected, but boy, you crazy." You know what I'm saying?
I've always had that Facebook battle because I don't really tweet. I think Twitter is dumb as fuck. But Facebook, I've enjoyed it. But at the same time, for me, it's a tool. So Facebook is not a reflection of who I am as a man. If you know me on a personal basis, a day-to-day basis, you interacting with me, then you're not necessarily getting everything, you're not
getting the whole story.
I put out statuses that are to get a certain attention because I use Facebook as a marketing tool, so I need to capture your attention. So I kind of highlight one aspect of my personality, but that's not like the breadth or width of me. And so I never think that Facebook is just a be all end all. You can just go to my Facebook
and say that's him,
and say that's who he is. Whereas I think you're right with some people, that's who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they putting so much in it. Like, I don't put personal information out there. I'm quoting something, then I'm making a statement. I'm doing something that's quirky because I gotta capture your attention. I do a lot of marketing. So I need your attention. I need you paying attention to what I post. So that's why I'm utilizing it as a tool. Or if I'm posting a picture from some event, and I'm with somebody, that doesn't mean like I'm dating them. People always get that. Well, you talking to this girl, or you doing this or whatever, because you were in a picture with her. Well, one of my partners, more often than not, is like, hey, take a picture with this person, because they want to capture an image of the girl. So then I'm in a photo, and that becomes, this person you're like, I don't even know that person. I don't think it's necessarily a reflection in that regard. I do, however, feel like with some people's pages, when they put up certain pictures of you butt naked on the internet, that to me affects courtship. Because I'm not trying to talk to you. You just put your ass out on the internet for the world to see.
That tells you a lot about a chick's boundaries, what she feel is acceptable.
If I was talking to you and I can click on your Facebook and I can see your titties or your ass, your anatomy out there like that, then it's not special to me.
Did you mean the areola? Or you mean just like
yes,
outfit with the titty boosted
I don't
up?
care about some sexy outfit. Okay. But I'm talking about like you can go in groups, you can go on some people's regular ass Facebook page where they got they shit posted for anybody to see. If I can see any revealed piece of your flesh and you call yourself talking to me, shit, that'd have been a wrap. Hell no.
Right.
That's a no-go. And I think that would affect courtship. But some of the stuff people post, I mean, you have moments where you're thinking a certain thought or you feeling something, and you just might put that out there. But I wouldn't necessarily gauge it. You can use it definitely as a barometer of, okay, this is kind of they do think this kind of way. Like I like outlandish thoughts, certain things, but I'm never going to use that as the full breadth of, okay, this is who, let's say somebody named Kim or Jane or whatever. Like this is who that person is. Like I still want to interact with you, still want to get to know you, still want to talk to you and really see what you're all about. But if you're like documenting every piece of your life like that, then I really don't need to be fucking with you to begin with.
What if a chick real witty on Facebook? Do you say, oh, she's funny?
Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate, okay, she's witty. But that doesn't mean, it's kind of like a comedian. People expect them to be on stage and you've done your bit and you funny. Great. But they expect you to be funny all the time.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's so much more to who I am. I'm not funny all the damn time.
Right.
I'm going through problems. I got ups, I got downs, I got different things. I think different thoughts. So you can't necessarily put that on somebody. But I think it's natural for people to do it. I think they really do that little bit, that tweet, those 140 characters on your life and on who you are as a person or a human being. I got a man who posts all this positive, empowering thing, but then you have a conversation with him, he'll be like, man, I don't believe all that shit. I just put it out there. He's trying to put out, he has this whole positive energy thing. And I think that's funny as hell because people see that and then they buy into that piece of who he is. Like, that's who this dude really is. That's just, he thinks that to an extent, but that's not everything about the cat.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm witty. That's my pussy tool. 6-pack stomach. I don't have big bulging pecs. I'm not 6'9". Hey, I want to make you laugh.
Was that a shot?
No.
Okay.
But sort of. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you smile. You're gonna have a good time.
All right. So
some other questions.
One of the other questions you got is, what is dating to men versus what women think dating is?
Dating to me is a pussy barometer.
And
that's it.
So I really don't know what dating is, but because you can go out on a date, and is that dating that person because you've technically gone out on a date?
I think so.
Or is it just consistently being with that one person that you're focused on?
I don't think just because you're dating, you can't date other women from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? If I take you out to dinner, we have dated. That don't mean I can't date another chick.
But then are you dating both of them just because you went out there one time?
Yeah. You're in the dating phase. There's no cheating in dating.
I don't know.
Like if you have a girl, you can't date.
Like a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. Okay, true. So I guess anytime you're single and you're going out with anyone of the opposite sex and there is the possibility of something, then you're dating?
Yeah.
I guess.
And I do believe very much in dating and fucking the chicks I date.
So it just all goes back to fucking.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so the other part of that was what do we think? What do women think dating is?
See, I think that's what women kind of get things messed up. I think when women find a guy that they're dating, that they be like, this is quote unquote my guy in a way, and they kind of shut down their thing. When men kind of keep their options open because we put it in a different perspective.
I agree and I disagree. I think some women view dating just as that. They dating. They trying to go out with different guys and get different experiences and see what this guy's like or what this guy's like or what this guy's like. Whereas I think for other women, dating is a, a relationship barometer. Not a fucking barometer like you think, but I think they want to see if this guy's worth getting into a relationship with because they either want a relationship or they want marriage eventually down the line. So their attitude is kind of like, I need to focus all my attention on you. He needs to focus all his attention on me because I'm dating you. And those are the ones who are like, I don't want to see your ass out with somebody else or it's a problem. And so they would strongly disagree with your, yeah, you want to fuck. So
yeah, I mean, I think once you get rid of the sexual tension, then you can get a better gauge of a person's personality. I just feel that. I mean, because at that point, man, my dick is hot. I can't. You sound like Charlie Brown's school teacher to me. Yeah. Till I get that heat off me. Now I can listen to you, pay attention to you, and decide if I like you.
I mean,
Damn, I sound horrible, but it's the truth, man. It's like I do want to get to know you, but
after I fuck you,
I want to fuck you.
I agree with that because I think that's probably most men. Every man wants to fuck. I mean, that's just the bottom line. But I do think a man wants to get to know a woman. I think there are guys who definitely want their relationship and want what comes from it. There are guys who want to be married. There are guys, who want that connection. As far as what women think dating is, I think women definitely are viewing it as a relationship barometer. Can I really see myself having a life with this guy more often than not? And then there are some chicks who just they trying to fuck too. So
where are they? I never run into those. Every chick I meet, they want a relationship.
Oftentimes, if you with a woman and you fuck with her, she gon' like my cousin once told me years ago. He's like, most women aren't comfortable with spreading themselves around in a way that men are, because you internalize. You got to take different dicks inside of you.
Yeah,
so
that's true. You actually in her body.
Yeah, so they aren't trying to like even as much of a hoe as she may want to be. She might be fucking some dudes, or she fuck the people she date. I don't think he was making a point that that's not necessarily how she wants it to be.
Right.
In ideal circumstances, and I can buy into that idea. It's some women who really are cool with dating. Most chicks, if they're gonna go on different dates, they may be just fucking one of them. But then they had this other guy they're gonna go for dinner or the movies or whatever there to entertain themselves and occupy their time. But they may have that one guy they really, I want to see what's up with this dude, and she just doing her thing. And women do that shit all the time.
Real talk.
If you think you're the only dude she's fucking with while she's single and dating, you are a dumb motherfucker. Period.
Period.
All right.
All right. I was reading some statuses on Facebook, and I want to ask you about this one. One said, "What is fuck material, and what is wifey material, and how do men differentiate between the two?"
A woman is fuck material.
Pretty much. How does in your mind a woman go from a chick you fuck to your wife?
You don't.
Right.
You don't go from a chick you're fucking to the wife. If I meet you, I know you're wifey material.
Right.
As a man who you want to have sex with the woman. So the only thing you can do really is downgrade to just fucking. Right. For me. I mean, if I meet you and I'm like, yo, I can only see myself fucking you, then that's what it is. You don't get a promotion, you don't get a raise, you don't get bumped up. There is no graduating class. It's only depreciation. If I meet you and you a banger and you intelligent and you whip smart and you got my attention like that and I'm into you and digging you, then you already at the top. I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to see what potential exists for a future with
most chicks start at 100 and then they just...
No. I'm saying that if I meet you, I know
where you at.
You know what I mean? In terms of if I meet you and I'm gonna take some time to have a conversation with you and see what's up with you and see what you're about and what your aim is and where you trying to, are you trying to get a career? Are you ambitious? Do you have kids? Do you got a decent grasp of how to manage money? What's your style? What's your all the different bullshit that goes into it? What's your mindset, thinking, wit, humor? Are you supportive? All these different things that would go into whether or not I think you would be someone I would want in my life, for the long term.
Right.
And if any of those things are not, where I'm at with it, then it's just kind of like, all right, well, is this somebody I could be involved with? Is this somebody who could be, you go on down. But at a very basic level, every dude wants to fuck. So you're all fuckable. It's just a matter of, are you attractive enough, or is there interest there, or whatever it is. But for you to be the wife, a dude is meeting you like, I can see what's up with that. Or you're a dumb broad and I can't even wife you, but I'll at least still try to get my dick wet.
That's how I feel. Like most of the time, it's like chicks they fall in that category. Either you somebody I can see myself fucking with long term, or you good for a late night situation. That's just it. That it don't really change much unless something in life drastically change.
Like what?
Like she get a good job and start making a whole bunch of money.
But see, I don't see. I don't care about that.
You get a leg cut off, or you lose one side of your face, and she the only one that stuck around. I don't know.
Nah, see, that's where like for
I'm
me.
shallow.
I don't care what a woman has, because like your car is your car, your money is your money. I respect it. I respect somebody who's hustled, who's worked, who's achieved and obtained. But your shit is your shit. So that's where me and dudes would always kind of fall to the wayside, because I don't give a fuck. Oh, she got a good job. Oh, she got like. I care in terms of, that's cool. I'm glad that you're a nurse or a doctor or attorney, or you put in the hustle. That shows me your work ethic or whatever. But that's your shit. That is not mine. So
It's
I don't.
important. It's important to me from the aspect of, are we building together, or are you just riding along while I build?
I mean, I feel that I want a woman who's ambitious and driven, but I'm just saying in terms of, I'm not trying to be some nigga driving my woman car. That's just not hot shit to me.
Yeah.
I'm flossing, I'm stunting on niggas in my gal ride. On my shit.
Nobody wants to be Jody. Real talk.
But it's niggas who just like, they proud, I'm flossing baby Benz up. Like, nigga, shut the
you roach.
So I've never got that. I've just never, it's kind of like a user mentality. And I can see where dudes come from with it, but I don't know. It's not where I'm at with that.
All right, we're going to go to another question. We had another question in the inbox. Chick said, a very successful chick too. She said, my guy doesn't want to have sex as regularly anymore, and I'm starting to lose interest. Does that mean he's cheating? In my opinion, if y'all started out, well, I think you gotta understand there's a difference between being in the honeymoon phase of a relationship and being in a more calm down, settled phase. It could be that he's no longer in the honeymoon phase, to where he just gotta be on top of you every day, every hour of the day. To he's comfortable with you being in the position and you in his life, and it's more of a he has to be horny thing, or he could just flat out be cheating. I mean, period. Because guys don't normally turn down ass. Yeah. I don't. Not if he you his chick, and y'all have already established y'all together, and now all of a sudden he's like, nah, babe, I got a headache. That's not, to me, that's not normal.
I don't even have enough information to answer this question, because you don't know what the nature of their relationship is, or how they hooked up, or has he always been like this? Has he? That nigga might be working long hours and could be tired. I have no idea.
From her profile picture, she a bad chick, so it's not like she didn't gain a lot of weight. And this was, I mean, she's normal from that perspective. From a looks perspective. So from looking at her, I could say,
because you don't know. It's always the two sides, and you don't know.
You don't know her hygiene. She might.
She got the dirty puss.
She might stink. You know what I'm saying?
She got the dirty puss.
I should ask her. I'm gonna reply back and be like, "Are you stinky? Are you properly cleaning that?"
You gotta scrub it out with bleach. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Are you cleaning the fishy area well?
When it comes to stuff like that, you can't instantly jump to cheat, because you don't know. You just don't know what's going on. So to me, it's just not enough information to really answer the question.
I'm gonna answer it anyway. He's cheating.
What an ass. All right, here we go. How do you handle dating people with kids?
I don't have a problem with it. I have kids, so I have a kid meter. I have a certain number of kids that's unacceptable.
What's the certain number of kids that's unacceptable?
I don't like for a chick to have way more kids than me. I have 2 sons, so that's my issue. If you got like 5, 6 kids, then that's a problem for me.
Why is that a problem?
Because I don't want to get you pregnant. I don't want to have that situation because then that puts us at starting. We have 12 kids. We have starters and backups for a basketball team, and that's an issue for me. I mean, I want to be able to build. Like I said, that's important to me. I want to be in a position to build. So a number of kids a woman has is an issue if it prevents us from having a situation where we can build, and by I mean build, I mean owning things together.
But what about in general? I mean, in my conversations with guys, I think most guys don't necessarily want. Well, most guys don't want to deal that I've met and talked to. They don't want to be involved with a woman who has a bunch of kids. But it's kind of at this stage, if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, in that area, they kind of expect kids.
Man, I look, real talk. I feel like a woman in her 30s that don't have kids, to me, she almost not dateable. She got to at least have one or so.
Why?
Because having kids it helps bring out that innate quality in women of want to take care and nurture. Most women that don't have kids and they old, they end up being real selfish asshole type women. They never had to share anything and they don't want to share anything.
So you just think it brings out the nurturing side?
Yeah, it helps.
In terms of dating you.
Yeah.
Or dating a guy.
Yeah, that's important to me.
Well, but I mean, wouldn't they have to naturally be nurturing and caring anyway?
I mean, if we fucking, I don't care how nurturing she is.
And it all comes back to fucking with you.
If we're in a relationship, she naturally have to be nurturing and caring.
I don't know. I just can think in general.
How important is that to you?
I date a woman with children. I mean, for me, it's a good gauge of how she treats her kids. If we end up, pursuing things that far, how would she handle us having a kid or us having a child together?
Would you date a woman that don't want kids?
Yes. But my only thing with a woman with kids is you can become attached to the children, and that can create a weird situation. Where you're you're the responsible adult, and the kids looking up to you or expecting you, and that complicates things in a way that really can get fucked up.
Right.
So that's really my only issue with kids. So I mean, I try to kind of, my ex had children. I mean, I dated a woman, kids. So it's not, the kids are not a big deal in and of themselves, but just the relationship that can form with them.
Do you have a limit where that's a cutoff point
for the amount of kids that she has? Not necessarily. I want to have kids. So while I could date a woman who doesn't want to have kids, I don't know that it would go anywhere. I don't know how far it would go. And a woman who has kids already, if she had that many, I know that I still want to have children, it would probably be a bigger factor in that situation for whatever crazy reason, but that's just what I think. All right. Do we have any more questions? Oh, of course. How long do you wait before sex?
First date. I spend $100 on a date. You gotta give me some pussy. At least $100 worth.
Okay. Now, a lot of people are trying to live by the 30-day rule or the 90-day rule.
I think that's dumb.
It is dumb.
I feel like it's a chemistry thing. If we kicking and we got the chemistry and we already know we finna see each other continuously, ain't no need for you waiting on 30 days. That's just dumb. You can only give it to me that day. We get the sexual tension out the way. The next day we see each other. It's whatever. You can withhold it then.
You can withhold it then?
Yeah, I'm cool. I already hit it once. Once I hit it once or twice, I don't really need it that much anymore after that.
Jeez, man. Oh, man. I think artificial limits like that are really dumb. I think it's really about just being comfortable. Be comfortable with the person. If you feel comfortable, then you can make it happen. There needs to be chemistry. There needs to be energy. I've known of relationships where they had sex on the first day and they married, to this day. And they're women who waited. So, I mean, you kind of got to do what works for you. But I don't know. I'm just against artificial anything. It just needs to flow. If y'all are flowing and it takes y'all a week, a month, 90 days, cool. That's when it occurred. But I don't think you should force the issue. I don't think it should be overbearing and overriding things where, you too hot on the man's side, like you just too cock hungry. You really just want to make it happen because you're going to push the woman away. And more than anything else, If you talking to a woman and she have that interest, she's eventually gonna fuck you. You just gotta be there and not say you're doing anything too stupid. So, you know.
I'm a gentleman about it, but if after the first date you don't fuck me, you paying for the next date.
I would just be more annoyed. A woman who tells me I gotta wait 90 days or something like that, you got on my nerves. So now it's Eddie Murphy mode. But if you don't say some dumb shit to me and you got it in your head, you know, just keep quiet about that shit. You know, because I don't care. It's not that important to me. I'm not stressing it.
And most guys who are decent human beings, who are not like Cholly Sheen,
then you know they're not pressed about it. But for some of you cats who are really sweating, getting some ass like that, like slow the fuck down. Like it'll be okay if she's dating you and fucking with you, unless she's strictly saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna have sex with you," then eventually it'll happen. So
And
don't sweat the timetable.
On the honest point, man, not just being funny. The hardest thing for me is I'm a Scorpio, man, and I'm really driven by
Sex and sexuality.
Yeah, it's a big deal to me. Like the mood. I mean, sometimes it just feel like we should fuck. And it be a serious feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I be real serious. Like I be digging chicks and I be like, man, she should really give me this ass tonight. It'll mean so much to me.
What does it mean to you though?
It's just connection wise. Not. I mean, that's real true, man. Like you just feeling them, you digging them, and you just be like, man, this will really take us far if we fuck today.
That sounds like such bullshit.
Hey, I just want to be close to him. Nothing is closer than being inside of him.
So you're forging a bond.
Yeah.
Through your dick.
Yes, it's a bridge.
Gotcha.
It's a bridge of emotion that's gonna cross from my dick to her. From her cat to my dick.
Wow. Nice.
Anyway, y'all, that's some of the questions we get, man. We actually got more questions. And we're gonna start running through them. I really appreciate people that send us the questions, man.
The feedback, definitely the feedback. Send us more questions, inbox, or you can hit us up personally if you know us. Holler at us. We're willing to take questions, take comments, take criticism, whatever. We just having fun. Y'all are, you know, getting a taste of our lives and the thought process of men, and we try to dispel a bunch of the bullshit. So, been Cholly and The CHAMP Show. Check us out next time. Subscribe, like us on Facebook, share. Go to YouTube and subscribe, and we out.